When I first came to the United States, I thought I already had a pretty clear idea of what American life looked like. Movies, social media, YouTube, you think you know it. But after living here for 5 months now, I realized that America is much more complex than the version we usually see online. The first thing I want to say is something very important. America is a very wide term. You really can't generalize it. Living in New York, Los Angeles, Texas, or rural Iowa is completely different. All of them are a completely different experience. What I'm sharing here is my daily life and observations from where I live, not a rule for the entire country. One of the biggest differences that I notice is the daily routine, or especially school and work. School days here are much longer compared to what I was used to back home. Students spend many hours at school, and teachers often arrive much earlier than classes actually start. It's very common for a teacher to come an hour earlier to prepare, organize, or help students out, and that work ethic is something that I really respect. Work culture is also very similar, and overtime is very normal here. For example, my host father works around 2 hours more than I was used to seeing in Europe, and that is considered completely normal here. People also start their days super early. I'm talking about like 3, 4 a.m. This is very common primarily because of commuting, which takes a lot of time, and many people drive 30 to 45 minutes or even an hour to work, and after work 1 hour as well, and that is a completely normal thing here. And that also brings me to one of the biggest realizations that I've had here, and that is that cars are not luxury here, but they're a necessity. In many areas, you simply can't walk anywhere. There are no sidewalks, no nearby stores, and little public transportations. And without a car, daily life becomes very difficult. Because of this, a lot of life happens inside a car. For example, people eat in the car, drink coffee in the car, talk on the phone, listen to podcasts, sometimes even watch movies in the car. Drive-through culture is huge. Restaurants, coffee shops, pharmacies, even banks. During holidays, like Christmas for example, there are many themed parks where you don't even have to leave your car. You just drive through, watch lights, decorations, and short movies, all while sitting in your car. And it's very different but also very convenient. Another big part of my daily life here, and something I definitely didn't expect, was living with so many animals. I live on a farm and we have 21 cats, 1 dog, and a lot of farm animals. For many Americans, especially in rural areas, animals are not just pets. They are part of everyday life and responsibility. Mornings and evenings often include feeding animals, checking on them, and being outside in nature. It adds structure to the day, but also a sense of calm. And being around animals like this made me slow down and appreciate their very, very different rhythm of life. Food culture was also another adjustment. Portions were kind of larger and fast food was everywhere. I'm coming from a family where I have a sister that is a nutritionist, and in my family we were avoiding any kind of buttery or sugary items. I just gave up and I'm eating the unhealthy food, which is very delicious. And I'll be honest, I've gained some weight here, and that's something many people experience. Not necessarily because the food is bad, but because it's convenient and always available, and at the same time there are also many healthy options. It really depends on discipline and choices here. Another interesting part of American life is politics. It's a common topic, and often you can tell someone's political opinion just by the way they speak or the values they emphasize. At the same time, usually interactions are usually very respectful, even when opinions differ. And finally, one of the most noticeable cultural elements is patriotism. From saying the Pledge of Allegiance at school, to flags everywhere, to national holidays being taken seriously, patriotism is openly expressed. For someone coming from Europe, it can feel intense at first, but over time you understand that it's deeply connected to identity, history, and pride. And overall, living in America taught me the daily life here is fast, structured, car-centered, and work-focused, but also welcoming, organized, and full of opportunities. It's not better or worse than life in Europe, it's just different. And that difference is exactly what made this experience so valuable and made me very appreciative. Thank you so much for sticking with me throughout the entirety of this video, and I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you found it very helpful. If you did, please let me know down in the comments, and subscribe to my channel. You can also check out other videos that I made on this topic of living in the United States. You can also check out some of my vlogs that I did, and yeah, have a great day. Bye bye.